Tom Holland. Hello.
Hey everyone, hi Charlotte, how are you?
It's very nice to meet you virtually.
Moving to better light. I'm not a cinematographer, so I was sitting in the wrong place.
Unlike me, I was getting my lighting right.
How are you doing?
A matching ring to you with the lips on. Can you see that?
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Can you see my lips ring? No, this one. I'm doing really well. I wish you were here in the cinema. You're a regular.
Yeah, well, I would love to be.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've been in the theatre, and we were just shooting Spider-Man 3 in Atlanta, and one of my favourite days of the week is every Monday we would have a film night, and across the street in the studio was a cinema, and the studio would book it out for us, and myself, Zendaya, Jacob, our director, our producers, would all get together and we would watch a film and break it down and talk about it throughout the week, and it was amazing. So I'm so excited to get back in the theatre.
I know. Well, during lockdown, with my fellow film geek Dan Smith, we ran an online film club, and we watched a different movie from around the world every week. So we watched Run Lola Run, and then we spoke to Tom Tickver, and then the next week we do Taika Waititi's film and talk to him. And it was great, and there were just people all around the world watching movies at the same time. It was just joyous.
Yeah, it was the perfect time to really kind of educate yourself. My brother Harry and I have really spent the last sort of 4 or 5 months trying to watch a new film every day, and if not every day, at least every other day. And we've watched a lot of foreign films. I've realised that I have the attention span of like a gnat. So the reason why I love foreign films is it forces you to focus, because I can't listen. I don't understand the language. So you have to watch, you have to read the subtitles. So we've been watching a lot of Korean cinema the last sort of few months, which has been fun.
Oh yeah, they're amazing, off the scale. Have you seen Minari?
That's the one that we've been trying to get, but you know, these films nowadays, they're so hard to get hold of. You don't know what streaming service they're on or this or that. So we actually haven't seen that one.
You see Parasite?
Love Parasite. Was a huge fan of Parasite. We watched his earlier film the other day, Makings of a Murderer, or Memory of a Murderer, I think it was, which was a great film. We watched another film called Handmaiden. Have you seen that?
That's wild.
That's mental, that film, but it's amazing. It's fantastic.
Like, talk about a ride. It's like Spider-Man, but like indie.
I couldn't believe it. The person who suggested the film will remain nameless, but there were moments in the theatre when we were all looking at them like, really? This was the film you thought we should watch after work? Okay. But if anyone hasn't seen it, and is definitely over the age of 18, it's definitely worth a watch, and it's a fantastic piece of cinema, and it's excellent.
Yeah, growing up, was there a movie that you watched with your family that you remember? Because I remember seeing, we used to watch every Christmas, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and it just scared the living daylights out of me. I only lasted, as soon as the Child Catcher came on, I was off.
Yeah, I remember. Everyone who is an actor always says really arty things. They'll say like, "Oh, I remember sitting down with my dad when I was 4, and Cape Fear was my favourite film." I'm just not that type of person. When we were kids, our favourite film growing up was Holes.
Oh yeah, great.
Disney film with Shia LaBeouf, and when we were kids, we used to love that film. So that was something we watched relentlessly. A film that we did, a critically acclaimed film that we loved growing up as kids, though, would have been Back to the Future.
Oh, yes.
So that, for me, is one of the only perfect movies ever made.
If you could go back to the future, what would you say to your parents?
If I could go back to the future, what would I say to my parents? I would say to my dad, don't let me give up golf. Because I just came back from the golf course now, and I played the worst round of golf, maybe of all time. And if they hadn't allowed me to quit golf, I would be so much better. So that's what I would tell my dad.
Yeah, don't give it. Yeah, that'd be really good piece of advice. I wanted to know what your proudest movie making moment was. It's a tough one.
Well, that is a tough one. My proudest movie making moment. I've had a lot.
Well, you can have more. We make up the rules, so you can have more than one.
A lot of moments I'm very proud of. I mean, the first time I donned the Spider-Man suit and walked on set for the first time. I was very proud of myself. You know, we've had moments with the Brothers Trust, which is a foundation that we work with, that we run, and through my career, we've been able to do some amazing things with that, which I've been very, very, very proud of. But recently, I did a film called Cherry with the Russo brothers, where I'm sort of playing a veteran suffering from PTSD, and he sort of spirals into substance abuse and a life of crime. And to research and prepare for that film, I went to the Veterans Hospital in Cleveland and spoke to and interviewed maybe 30 different, you know, soldiers, and got to know them and sat in their therapy sessions and listened to them and heard their stories. And I got an email from their from the head doctor there after they'd seen the film, just saying how touched they were that I took the time to speak to them, how they could really see that I'd done the work and really paid respects to their stories through the film. So for me, receiving that email was a really, really touching thing. And I was very proud of everyone involved in the film, that we did those people justice.
It's a beautiful, beautiful film. It's searingly honest. It
Yes.
must have been incredibly difficult to prepare for, because you had to lose weight. I mean, it was physical as well as mental.